Come here. I want to show you something.
It is the ability of false information to crowd out truthful information, of fear to spread and paralyze, of paranoia and hatred and conspiracy theories to capture the minds of millions that poses a great threat in a time of crisis. Back in 2014, whenever these forces got strong and we risked being overwhelmed by them, my office developed a highly sophisticated and technical countermeasure that went by the initials PTFOT, that stood for Put Tony Fauci on Television.
A planner who believes he is the science leads to an arrogance that justifies, in his mind, using government resources to smear and to destroy the reputations of other scientists who disagree with him. In an email exchange with Dr. Collins, you conspire, and I quote here directly from the email, to create a quick and devastating published takedown of 3 prominent epidemiologists from Harvard, Oxford, and Stanford. Apparently there's a lot of fringe epidemiologists at Harvard, Oxford, and Stanford. And you quote in the email that they, or from Dr. Collins, and you agree that they are fringe. And immediately there's this takedown effort. A published takedown, though, doesn't exactly conjure up the image of a dispassionate scientist. Instead of engaging them on the merits, you and Dr. Collins sought to smear them as fringe and take them down. And not in journals, in lay press.
Put Tony Fauci on television.
This is not only antithetical to the scientific method, it's the epitome of cheap politics, and it's reprehensible, Dr. Fauci. Do you really think it's appropriate to use your $420,000 salary to attack scientists that disagree with you?
The ability to have a national icon like Tony as a messenger of science and information, of truth and education, was an invaluable asset at critical moments during the Ebola outbreak in 2014. But not every country has a Tony Fauci, and even Tony cannot be everywhere at once. Solving the challenge of hyperconnectedness and hyperinformation is absolutely critical for dealing with the dangers of a future epidemic. Once again, the burden falls on this community to take on the false information, the conspiracy theories.
This wasn't the only time. So your desire to take
You're
down
absolutely
people...
incorrect. As usual, Senator, you are incorrect. Almost everything you say.
Well, no, you deny, but the emails tell the truth of this.
No.
17 signed a paper that called it conspiracy theory, the idea that the virus could have originated in the lab. Do you think words like conspiracy theory should be in a scientific paper?
There is the growing tide of anti-scientific thinking, of a rejection of expertise, and a resistance to evidence-based medicine and conspiracy theories that is now often associated with the rise of populism in the US and Europe. This is a political movement that does not uniquely belong to the left or the right. It includes left-wing populists who doubt vaccines because of the corporate status of vaccine makers, and right-wing populists who reach the same conclusions despite the educated elites who promote vaccination. More of you than ever before needed to speak outside of academic conferences and journals and step into the mainstream press and publications. More of you even need to be on Twitter. The virus that may kill millions may not be one that can be stopped in a lab. It may be the one that we confront as it scrolls past on a smartphone.